Let's go. What's up, everybody? This is Austin O'Connell, and today we're going to be looking at my favorite stock for 2026. Third, obviously, just got news of Maduro being captured last night. So I think that I think I'm excited to see where Exxon opens up next week. I mean, who knows? Obviously, we haven't been using. I'm not a fundamentalist, I guess I should say right away, but I think any kind of conflict news is good for oil prices in a sense, or for the traders, that is. I don't think it's not like we're just going to be opening up the resources there. So I think it's good for Exxon. We'll see how the price of oil. We'll take a look at the price of oil here as well. But very interesting. Very interesting. The time is now. I mean, assuming to enter this stock, here's the week. This is the yearly chart. So that kind of ignore this candle right here, but we had the highest yearly close ever, and we have a green. I think it's a green 4. The TD sequential has kicked off and kind of indicates 5 more years of upside. So I think we're going to get a big green candle this year, and possibly into the future, which again should be interesting. I guess the one good thing for the thing about gas prices is, again, we'll get into the price of oil, but the price of oil is actually not that high. So that's kind of what's tipped me off to this trade. I'm usually, this company sells gas, and so why is it having a great year, and oil's had, I think, one of the worst years in 20 years. Well, no, obviously COVID. So, worst year since COVID, which is 5, 6 years ago. So why is that? Whereas ExxonMobil had a pretty good year. Again, it's a pretty safe stock. So also your downside is capped. Should be, at least. If you're just throwing money in and seeing what happens. But again, we have clearly closed above the 2022 year. So this, again, is great news. So again, if you were entering here on Friday or the other day, you were just entering at about $121. So it's a great entry right here, I believe. However, we'll see if we have a huge gap up day. That'd be very interesting to me. Very interested to see what happens Monday. Or we could have a gap down day. I mean, either way, I think it's all right. You're just going to have some volatility. You're going to have some reaction to the news. Stock market's closed, obviously, for the weekend. So should be interesting, to say the least. Also, just wanted to show you, take off the indicator for a second. Last month, we had the highest close ever. So in January, we just had the highest yearly close ever, highest monthly close ever. So I'm super bullish on ExxonMobil. It's my pick of the year. It's a blue chip. It's just what I think. So let's continue here. And if we want to put a little price on something here, I think the minimum target I have is something like, it's kind of hard to tell with this pattern. You can kind of call it it's more of a rectangle to me. We'll call the breakout there, but I think we have an easy $24, $25 higher. So I think it's going into the 140s pretty easily, and then I do expect it to go higher. So we'll see there. How it plays out. Weekly. So the weekly just closed yesterday. It's kind of a little bit of an odd calendar this week. The weekly, we got a green 2 above a green 1, breaking out of kind of all last year's price action. Also the 2023 year. We did have some higher. It would have been nice if these highs didn't come up here, but it's not a big deal, in my opinion. And also just, we could put this, something like this. You know, could be what we're looking at to get us to the 140 before a little bit of resistance, something along those lines. I could see. But here, again, this is we have a little bit of a ascending trend. It's not the best one for sure, but I think you could say it. So anyway, it looks bullish in my opinion. This week, let's see what the target here is. $18. So yeah, that one, high 130s. So that's where I expect it to go relatively soon, or that's our first, little target, and then I do expect it to go higher. Just because once it gets up there, I think it's just going to have so much momentum. And I mean, I think it's also, worth noting, just, I think we've seen gold, commodities go up and a lot of things, and oil has not. It's been good for inflation, for the consumer, but, this is 2007. We're only like 25% above 2007 prices. That's almost 20 years ago. So this stock hasn't run away or anything like that. Looking like something like that. Pay attention to something like this, but I do expect this to break higher. I do expect it to break higher. We'll keep an eye on it. There. Let's get into. Let's check out the price of oil. Let's just kind of give it a quick look here. So again, consolidation, just since the kind of the reaction of COVID, the opposite, the positive reaction of COVID into 2022, late 2022, which has been sideways. So 23, 24, 25, 3 years of just sideways price action. And I believe we're breaking out right here. Now, when we look at the price of oil, we're seeing these past couple of years where, especially past year, more of a little bit of consolidation, and then essentially, probably when Trump took office, he wanted oil down. So then this last year, that's where the correlation ended, right? I mean, if you look here, oil was going pretty straight. It was pretty neutral into this time. It was similar to ExxonMobil, but something's changed, right? Something's changed. So I think that's going to be a positive for ExxonMobil. I don't see. It's not like this thing has gone up and has like speculation. You know what I mean? I don't think this is like one of those things where the price of the company got out of control. I think that's pretty clear with the chart. Here. So I think something's got to give, and I think it's going to be ExxonMobil going much higher with oil starting to turn around. So that's kind of my thought there. Let's just go back to oil real quick and show you what could be happening. So I think, see this, there's that one. So we do have some trend lines that could break pretty easily, pretty closely. I like the touches here. This little descending channel. Of some sort. I really like that, touching, the top more than the bottom of this channel here. So I expect us to break higher and kind of form some pattern, maybe get it back into the 70s, 80s. It could be a problem. This could be, this is an opportunity I see from an investing standpoint. This could pose problems. We'll see how everything plays out. But I think even just the conflict is not great, or is drive oil higher. Again, that's only just speculation, crazy stuff. But charts are saying it. Charts. I find it interesting too that we had it. Just if we're looking, let's go to the daily on Exxon. We had an absolutely incredible day Friday, which also tells me somebody knew something. I don't know. I think it's funny. Not necessarily knew something, but it's just wild to think Friday we have this day, and then the next day Maduro's captured. So that's interesting to me. We had an incredible bullish engulfing candle. Obviously, I was like, I was okay with this little action the past. It was the end of the year and stuff like that. So I was kind of okay. I wasn't thrilled with these days, but I was like, okay, we are holding this ascending triangle. That's okay. And then we got the big day yesterday. Then we got the news overnight. So we'll see. But yeah, that's. I'm just seeing ExxonMobil yearly bullish, monthly bullish, weekly bullish, daily bullish. I mean, I don't know what else. I think this is coming to us on a silver platter. Silver. Literally, I think this is coming. I couldn't say that better. It's coming to us on a silver platter. So Exxon is my stock of the year. All the moving averages are in order here, and really in every single time frame. So let's see what happens. I don't think I have. Just to kind of show you the reason I'm also seeing some bullishness in some of the other companies. I think Exxon's the best play. It might, because it's already near the top and can kind of go. It might not give us the best gains because other companies are smaller. But like for instance, here's Chevron. Chevron had a beautiful day yesterday as well. So as I make the case here, I'm seeing bullishness out of the industry. So that kind of helps. I'm not sure what this KGS one, Kodiak. This one's gas services. I'm not exactly sure what they do, but also looking bullish. So the industry looks good to me, and then I believe Exxon is the best one to go with here, based on the charts and whatnot. But yeah, Exxon going higher. It's my stock of the year. Believe it. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let's go.